explained already. They get their food from the food from others. Okay, we can say them consumers also because they are taking food or they can consume the plants. That's why the animals is known as consumers also. In your book, the animals are classified or divided into three categories. Number 1, herbivores. Number 2, carnivores. And number 3, omnivores. I tried to show the color also. Herbivores are green in color, so I present green here. Carnivores, the bloods are red, so I tried to write in red color. The omnivore, that is a mixing of the red or green, both is eating the plant and animal. That's why I tried to write with the blue chalk also. So now I will explain what is herbivore. Herbivore, break the word into two categories. One word is here herb. One word is here herb. The another word is known as goat. Herb means plant. Herb means plant. Goat means eater. If you understand the word, then you can easily define. So how will you write to define animals that eat only plants? Only plants or plant product, that is known as herbivore. Again I am repeating, herbivore. Herb, that's the one word. Vore is eater. Herb means plant or vore means eater. Now we will try to define animals that eat only plants or plant product. It is known as herbivore. Example you know very well, that is cow, goat, like that. These are the herbivores. The second term in your book, that is known as carnivores. Carnivores also consists two words. The one word is here carn or goats. Goats I told you the same thing. Either carn means meat. Carn means meat. Now you are able to write the define. Animal that eat only flesh. What is the meaning of flesh? Flesh means meat. Other animals like that. So animal that eat only flesh of the other animal, that is known as carnivores. Again I am repeating, carnivores. Carnivore consists two words. The one word is meat here, the other one is eater is here. Animal that eat only flesh of other animal, that is known as carnivores. Example are lion and tiger. The third is here, that is omnivore. Omnivores means they eat both, all. Whatever they present in the environment, it may be animal, it may be plant, they eat both things. Okay, so that is known as all eater. Omni means all, or vore means eater. How can you try to define? It means they can eat both plant product as well as animal product. So how can you try to define as here the animal that eats both plant and animals product, that is known as omnivores. Examples are human being, we are also eating both things, plant product as well as animal product, and dog is also there, like that. Morning student, in class 6, the first part forwarded by Savita ma'am. Now I am going to continue second part. That is the classification of animals on the basis of their food habits. Okay, we know very well that animals are heterotrophs. What is the meaning of heterotrophs? In the starting of the chapter, hope so explained already. They get their food from the food from others. Okay, we can say them consumers also because they are taking meat. Can't means meat. Now you are able to identify. Animal that eat only flesh. What is the meaning of flesh? Flesh means meat. Other animals like that. So animal that eat only flesh of the other animal, that is known as carnivores. Again I am repeating. Carnivores. Carnivore consists two words. The one word is meat here. The other one is eater is here. Animal that eat only flesh of other animal, that is known as carnivores. Example are lion and tiger. The third is here, that is omnivore. Omnivores means they eat both, all. Whatever is present in the environment, it may be animal, it may be plant, they eat both things. Okay, so that is known as all eater. Omni means all, or vore means eater. How can you identify? It means they can eat both plant product as well as animal product. So how can you identify as here? The animal that eats both plant and animals product, that is known as omnivores. Examples are human being. We are also eating both things, plant product as well as animal product, and dog is also there, like that. Now, three is clear. Hope so. The herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Still two are pending according to your book. The number one is saprophytes. The number four is saprophyte. Saprophyte is also known as decomposer. Saprophyte is also known as decomposer. What is the meaning of saprophyte? Sapro is also consists two words. Saprophyte. Sapro means dead and decaying organic matter. Dead and decaying organic matter. Dead, you know very well. Decaying means, and now I am going to speak in Hindi one word, sadagala. Okay. Whatever be decaying part, is it maybe plant or is it maybe animal? That is organic matter. Now you will ask, madam, what is organic? Organic matters, those matters, they occur naturally in the atmosphere. There's antonym is inorganic. Inorganic is synthesized in the lab. Okay. So here organic matter, that is natural thing, whatever is present in the atmosphere, they will dead and decay. Phyte means plants. Phyte means plant. So how can you define saprophytes? The living organism that feed on dead and decaying organic matter are called saprophyte. I am going to repeat again. The living organism that feed on dead or decaying organic matter are called saprophyte. Examples are algae, fungi, mushroom. The best example is here, mushroom. You know very well, mushroom. Okay. Now, I said the saprophytes is also known as decomposers. The saprophyte is also known as decomposer. What is the meaning of decomposer here? Decomposers mean breakdown of complex food particle or complex food into simpler one. Okay, that means is decompose. To those who are doing this work, that work is that organism, it is known as decomposers. Clear everyone? Decomposer. Decompose means breakdown of complex compound into simpler substance. That is known as decompose. Or those organisms are doing this process, that is known as decompose. The last in your book, the word is known as parasite. Okay, what is the meaning of parasite? Parasite means they take their nutrition from the others. They take their nutrition from the others. Okay, so you know very well the malarial parasite, that is mosquito. It sucks blood from your body and take the nutrition from your blood. Likewise, the few people are having lice in their head. Okay, what they are doing? They are also taking their food from the host body. Host means skip laga hua hai. Okay, whatever organism they are taking food indirectly. Okay, that is known as host. Okay, the parasite, it is suck the blood or suck the nutrition from the host body, that is known as parasite. The same thing, those who are having pet at their home. On the pet, the few insect is there. That is also parasite because they are taking the nutrition from your dogs, from your pets, like that. Okay. At the last, in your book, in nature, the both things are important. Both things are important mean living as well as non.
Hello students, the next part
of your book, that is Nutrition in Amoeba. We know very well the amoeba is unicellular organism. Unicellular means single cell, means only cell, one cell perform all function, digestion, absorption, nutrition, each and everything that is performed by the single cell. It is mostly found in ponds, ocean and stagnant water. What is the meaning of stagnant water? Means staying water. Suppose in a small pond, small and dug or small and ditches, the water is filled. So at there this amoeba is found. Okay, now cell is filled with protoplasm. The question arises here, what is protoplasm? See this dot 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 I made here, that is known as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, or inside the fluid of nucleus, the both are combined and together is known as protoplasm. In upside I wrote already protoplasm, cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm, that is combinedly it is known as protoplasm. The mode of nutrition is holozoic. This is a new word for you. What is holozoic? Holozoic means the animal consume solid food by process of ingestion. Ingestion means inside, take food into the body. Here I am trying to show the taking food with the help of this diagram. Here it is amoeba. This is thin cell membrane. Outside the thin membrane is here. Inside this dot dot what I made here, that is protoplasm. It is food particle lying here, and inside this red dot, that is a nucleus. Okay, what happened when the amoeba want to ingest its food by using pseudopodia? Pseudo means pseudo. Two words are here, pseudopodia. Pseudo means false और पोडियो मीन्स फीट, झूठे मूठे पाँव. Okay, that false feet is arise for the few minutes, okay, a few time. When it digest food, when it ingest food, the pseudopodia again open and disappear. So this pseudopodia is the pseudopodia increases slowly and try to cover this gap. See in this picture, the pseudopodia is around the food particle. This food particle made the food cavity. This food cavity is known as vacuole. When this food vacuole is gradually digested by the that cytoplasm, or it is mixed into the cytoplasm with the help of few enzymes. Okay, then afterwards the pseudopodia again open and the remaining undigested food is eliminated out. Okay, this is the process of nutrition in amoeba. While the process of nutrition in amoeba is going on, the 5 steps are here. Number 1, ingestion. In means in, andar. Okay, the defined, how can you write? I told you when the shun is here, tion, so always then the define start from the process. The process of taking food into the body is known as ingestion. Means when the food take inside is going on, that process is known as ingestion. Afterwards, the next point, that is digestion. When the food enter into the body, the food digested by the digestive enzymes. What is enzymes? Enzymes is a few protein that is present inside the body. They convert complex molecule into simple molecule. After digestion, this digestion is known as intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion matlab the digestion done by the cell. The third step is known as absorption. What is absorption? The digested food
The digested food from the food vacuole is absorbed directly. I told you this food absorbed by the cytoplasm directly by the diffusion. Diffusion means by the intermixing, or one more define is here. When you go for further studies, then we will explain you. The next step is assimilation. Assimilation means derive energy from the food. Assimilation means derived energy from the food. Derived energy from the food for the various activity. And the last process is known as egestion. Egestion means E means removed. So undigested food material is removed from the body, that is known as egestion. Thank you.